Hi guys, welcome to your next video, which is meal ideas and carb alternatives. So I've gone through the key principles now. So how do we actually put that into practice for everyday eating, drinking? How do we actually do that? So let's look at breakfast. They say you are what you eat. That's funny. I don't remember eating a sexy beast this morning. That's just one that tickled us, that one. I think that was down to Nikki. Great sense of humour. So make it the best start. Breakfast, if you break it down, it means break your fast. So obviously overnight you are fasting. So it gets your metabolism fired up in the morning. Means you'll have more energy for the day, so you'll be able to do more, you'll have more output, which means you can burn more calories off. A protein start is the best, which I'll touch on and I'll talk about now. You're more likely to make better choices during the day if you've had breakfast, rather than getting to like lunchtime and being absolutely starving. You're likely to make a better choice throughout the day and not binge in the evenings then. And be organised with your breakfast. It is a challenge to get your breakfast organised, especially if you've got to get up and out to work early or if you've got children. But I'll give you some top tips on being organised with your breakfast as well. So, people who skip breakfast tend to eat more sweets, drink more soft drinks, things like Coke and Diet Coke to give them that energy boost. Eat less veg and less fruit. So, starting the day right is so important because of this blood sugar roller coaster. I did touch on this in my last video, but basically, if you're eating a high sugar breakfast, so if you're eating something like cereal in the mornings or loads of fruit, because again that contains sugar, you're going to start your day on this big elevation. So the sugar will increase your insulin levels, your blood sugar will go up, and then you'll start to come down and hit a dip. Whereas if you have a breakfast that's protein and fats, you'll start it nice and stable, so your blood sugars will be stable. And if you take a look at this bottom image, when your blood sugar is stable, your body can actually release fat, it can protect your muscle, and a big one is, eliminates your cravings, so you're not reaching for something sugary mid-morning, and increases your energy. So all those are really key. I know that's quite scientific, but it is really important to not start your day with something high sugar, high carb. So ultimately all carbs turn to sugar. So if you're having a high carb breakfast, you're more likely to hit that sugar roller coaster. But I will tell you some other carb alternatives, more slow releasing ones. However, we do want to be avoiding those sugary cereals. And the other end of it is if you skip a meal or you have restrict calories or certain carbs or exercising on an empty stomach, that can mean your blood sugar will drop. And that's the opposite. Your body will burn muscle and hold on to fat. So even though you've not eaten, your body's going to cling on to fat. You'll have that energy crash and your cravings will increase. So I did mention this before as well. Things that we might think are a healthy breakfast, like a Special K bar, has twice the amount of sugar that the government recommends in the sugar levels, and more than that. So it says more than a third of its weight is sugar, twice as much as some ice creams. So even though it's got only 90 calories, it's got a hell of a lot of sugar in. So Special K as well, again, that's marketed as a healthy cereal like the Drop a Dress size programme. But a small bowl of that has 4 teaspoons. And like I said in my other video, how many people actually have a small bowl? Who has 30 grams of Special K, which is like a couple of tablespoons? Most people fill up the bowl, which is 2 or 3 times the portion that's recommended. So that could be 8 to 12 teaspoons. So you're starting your day on that big sugar rush. Smoothie, made out to be super healthy. Apple, pineapple juice, kiwi in there, loads of sugar in the high sugar fruits. you've got 9 teaspoons of sugar. Muller Lights, 3 teaspoons. So all these things that are made out to be healthy breakfasts are high sugar breakfasts. So what should we be looking for breakfast ideas? So a good way to start your breakfast is with eggs. It's basically a good source of protein and it keeps your blood sugar levels stable. So, you know, boiled, scrambled, poached, omelettes, egg muffins, any form of eggs. And you want to add some greens in there if you can. You can disguise them or you can have them on the side. And I know for a lot of people it's time, but there's ways that you can prepare them. For me, if I'm having an omelette or a banana pancake, which is with eggs, I will always batch cook, say 5 just for Monday to Friday. I'll keep 2 out and the rest will go in the freezer, and I just take it out the night before, put it in the fridge, and by morning it's defrosted, ready to go in the microwave for a minute in the morning, and it's done. I mean, they can even be eaten on the go. Things like the egg muffins can be put in tin foil and eaten on the go. Other choices can be things like smoothies, so you can pop some greens in there. It's always good to get those greens in at the start of the day. Protein pancakes, banana pancakes, which are a big hit. Be aware though, bananas are high sugar, so although you're starting the day with eggs, you've still got the sugar of the banana. Porridge, again, that's your carbs, which we'll touch on. Fat-free Greek or natural yogurt with berries, honey, linseed or overnight oats. So here's just some images of them. We've got the protein pancakes there with some dark chocolate drizzled on there. And that's also good as a snack. Banana pancakes over in the right hand corner with some Greek yogurt and strawberries. So basically that's just banana, 2 eggs. We will go over all this at the face-to-face seminar as well. We've got the egg muffins, which are really simple to make. Just pop them into your muffin tin with some, you can put in mushrooms, tomatoes, peppers, salmon, anything you want really. Greek yogurt with protein powder on there. We've got some rice cakes with eggs and tomatoes. So there's loads of ideas. If time is something you struggle with, just prepare your breakfast in advance. There's loads of ways around that. The best way that's worked for me personally is to batch cook my omelettes, my banana pancakes, or even get a smoothie in the freezer the night before. Let it defrost as you're going to work, and then sip it later throughout the day. That's also a way to get it as a snack. Loads of ways to get your breakfast in, but find something you enjoy and vary it up as well, because you know, eating the same thing every morning can get monotonous. If you enjoy that, that's fine, but if you find that you're dreading your breakfast, find something that actually appeals to you. Take the time to try out different recipes. So lunches, things like lean protein salads, so things like chicken, beef, turkey, they all are your lean proteins. Homemade soups, egg wraps, which I'll show you, omelettes, tea from the night before. They're all good options to take for your lunch. So in the top left hand corner here, we've got egg wraps, and basically that is just like a normal wrap, but you make it with eggs. So literally just the same as banana pancake. You just heat your coconut oil in a pan, make sure your pan's really hot, and whisk your eggs first, and then put your eggs in and make a really thin layer, really thin pancake, and then grill it. And then when you're ready, when it starts grilling, you may want to flip it over. And they're really good to just put your own fillings in then. So salads, soups, there's loads of different ideas. Use the members area on the website. There's a document just for lunches, just for soups, so loads of ideas. Also the Facebook group. Tea, so things from the recipe books, loads of homemade meals, so things like chili, traditional meals, spag bol, mozzarella chicken, they can all be adapted. So these are just some of the favourites. Mozzarella chicken's one of the recipes on the website, sticky ginger beef, Thai curry, cottage pie, loads of hearty meals that you can have, and you know, any protein with some carbs like rice, sweet potato and veg, protein and salad, and if you can, get your fish in there as well. So, you know, it doesn't have to be boring. We've got here curries, there's the mozzarella chicken, just loads of veggies, rice, sweet potato fries, loads of recipes to try, soups. With your snacks, you want to aim for 2 snacks if you can. So this will be mid-morning and mid-afternoon. This is just to get you, ensure you're having enough calories and to keep your metabolism ticking over, and so you don't get that energy slump. So keep the blood sugar stable. So you need to be prepared with your snacks, because otherwise if you're out and about and you hit that hunger strike, you don't want to be reaching for a bar of chocolate or crisps. So things like nuts and seeds are good options, berries or other fruits, veg sticks with hummus, rice cakes with a bit of dark chocolate and some strawberries on. That's good if you need a sugar fix. Oat cakes, rice cakes with hummus, cucumber, smoothies, egg muffins, rice cakes with peanut butter and banana. That's a really good one, especially if you've got a workout coming up. It'll give you that energy boost just before. So we use some, these are snacks and some treats as well. So there's loads of recipes for these and loads of boot canvas experiment with these. But remember, with clean treats, you need to remember that they are treats. Even though they're clean, you've still got to watch your portion size. So there's some apple and peanut butter, there's a smoothie, we've got some homemade ice cream there which you can make with Greek yoghurt, and then homemade chocolate, so that's dark chocolate with peanut butter and almonds chopped up. It's really nice, but again, like I say, you've got to have them in moderation. So really it's about using your imagination with it and actually taking the time to pick out some recipes that you like. So my advice would be, try 1 to 2 new recipes each week, and once you get comfortable with them, you can fit them into your general meals and snacks, and then you don't have to think about it because they become part of your routine. So use the recipes in the Facebook group, on the website, the recipe book you received, and things like the Joe Wicks Lean in 15, they fit with our principles. The Jamie Oliver Everyday Superfoods, they're good ones as well. So, post-workout meal and snack. Breakfast, lunch or tea, whenever your workout is. It could be at all different times on the bootcamp programme, or your snack. So really, when you finish your workout, you want to be having it ideally within 30 minutes to an hour of your workout. That post-workout meal is your most important meal of the day, really. And I'll explain more further down the line why that is. It's all about your muscle. It's about restoring your muscles because they get depleted with glycogen as you work out. So after you work out, you need to refuel them. So we're going to look at carbs now. So as I said in the other video about carb timings after your workout, if it's not a workout day, I don't want you feeling like this. We're not on a low carb diet. If it's not a workout day, it doesn't mean that you can't have those complex carbs, but it's just the optimum time to have them is after your workout. If you have a workout, say in the evening, but you want your carbs in the morning, it's not the end of the world, but we just advise that you stick to them mainly after your workouts. So if it's not a workout day and you want to stick to not having carbs, not having those complex carbs during that day or during those meals, here's some alternatives for you. So instead of rice, we've got vegetable couscous, bean sprouts or cauliflower rice, which is one of my favourite alternatives. Just for your mind really, when you look at your plate, if it looks like you're missing the carbs, psychologically you can feel more hungry. So it's just a good little filler on your plate. and it tastes really nice too. So Tesco stock it, Aldi, I think most of the supermarkets stock it now. So instead of pasta or spaghetti, you can get spaghetti courgette or butternut squash. Oh, I thought I had that as well. Oh yeah, butternut squash courgette spaghetti as well. And that's really good when it's done for you in Tesco. So it just, again, looks like pasta, looks like spaghetti. Instead of bread, things like egg wraps or oat cakes or rice cakes are good alternatives. Obviously your rice cakes are still your carbs, but your egg wraps, it's just egg, so it's protein and fats. They do sell them in Tesco now, they're filled with ham and egg, so that's, if you're on the go, it's a good option. Instead of your potatoes, things like butternut squash, good alternatives. And your fruit, your low carb fruits are strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, so all your berries really. So here's just a little reminder of where you can get your protein, carbs and fats from. It is in the other video, but just a little reminder. So as always, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. It's one of those important key principles. Decide what you're having, write it down, make a plan for the week. You don't have to stick to that plan, but having a plan will set you up to succeed. Read through your recipe books and choose the meals and adapt the family meals. So if you're doing spaghetti for the family, make sure you've got that courgette or butternut squash for yourself. Make a big batch of it. Always have snacks on you, and if you can, prepare your meals for the day ahead so you're not panicking. You're not opening that fridge and looking in there and thinking, oh, I've got to cook this. Try to batch cook or overcook the night before and use that for your lunch the next day. As always, again, fail to plan, plan to fail. So please don't be overwhelmed by that, because it can seem so much information at once, but even if you make one little change, that will lead to massive changes. It'll all make a big difference. So one thing I advise is the +1 method. So basically you just look where you're at right now, and so maybe rate yourself out of 10. So where your nutrition is right now, it might be a 3 out of 10, it might be an 8 out of 10, wherever you are right now. And just think, what can you do to make that move up the scale by 1? So if you're at a 3, how can you get to a 4? You may want to pick one thing, or you may want to pick 2 things to focus on to move you up, and that's all you focus on. You don't focus on every aspect of your nutrition, you just focus on 1 or 2 things that can move you up that scale. So it might literally be cut down to 1 coffee a day. It might be increase your water intake to 2 litres. It might be just concentrate on breakfast. Just one thing, 1 or 2 things to move you up that scale. And it's worked for a lot of people, it's really effective, so you don't feel overwhelmed. So hopefully that was of some use to understand alternatives if you're not on a workout day, and get some meal ideas. In the last video, it does cover about why we should only have those complex carbs post-workout. So recap on that. As I say, it's just for optimum results really. It doesn't mean that you can't have those complex carbs at other times, it just means your body uses them more effectively after your workout. Okay, thanks guys, take care, speak soon, bye.